of course, you know, the great "How Does It Feel" video. We all know about that video, right, ladies? Right, ladies? The ladies love that video. Ladies love it. So yeah, you know, so DAngelo and Angie Stone dated in the 1990s, beginning when she was 30 and he was 19. Wow, for about 4 years. Wow. So DAngelo was a sugar baby. So could she be mad at him? Like, could she be mad at him, brother? She was rocking the cradle. She was on her cougar time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you expect, Angie? What did you possibly expect? You were 30 and he was 19. What the hell? No, a young talented brother, 19 years old. She probably saw him and she was like, I can groom him musically, but he's handsome and I like him. So why not mix business with pleasure? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, can you look at the "How Does It Feel" video? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you blame her? Can you blame her? Can you blame her, guys? So, but yeah, I just wanted to but talking about grief and grieving, and he did pass away maybe months after Angie passed away. You know what I'm saying? None of us know what their relationship was like behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Yes, having a child with somebody does tie you to them, of course, especially if you care about the child, you know. But I mean, for the most part, we don't know what their relationship was like. But I do think it's pretty conspicuous or coincidental. Is conspicuous the word? But very coincidental that he passes away a few months after her. You know what I mean? Yeah. But grieving is grieving, and when we love somebody, we can't help it. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is. You know? So rest in peace. And knowing now that I know that these two were an item and they made such great music together, I want to say rest in peace to Angie Stone and DAngelo. I can't mention one without the other at this point. So let's lick off a shot for them. You know what I'm saying? And God bless their souls. You know what I mean? I don't want to give a moment of silence. I don't really understand that. You know what I'm saying? I want to give props. I want to give kudos and flowers to two artists. And the reason I give these two artists, if you don't know the history, DAngelo has recently passed last week. He recently passed away. He is one of the classical R&B artists. Classical, you know what I'm saying? His very first album, Brown Sugar. Well, was the album called Brown Sugar? I'm terrible. I just know that when I put on when you talk about DAngelo, everybody knows that first album, and then they play that album on repeat. That's it. It wasn't until maybe about less than a decade ago I realized that they were Angie Stone and DAngelo were in a relationship together. I knew, like, when I seen the "How Does It Feel" video, like, the motherfucker was built like a cornerback in the NFL. Like, he was on it. He was on his. But I was like, that ain't natural. So 10 years, you give it 10 years in a drug habit, he's not gonna be able to hold that body up like that. Come on now. You know, he's not gonna be able to hold that up. And I was like, so when I seen him in a concert, you know, performing, and I seen how husky he looked, I was like, oh, that's his natural weight. That's your natural rate right there, buddy. You ain't fooling me. But it's funny how they say, you know, with couples, you know, when one die, the other one's soon to follow. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I know. And you know, I can't you can't prove that. You know what I mean? You can't prove that. But grief is grief. That you can prove. You know what I'm saying? That's a grief is very much a thing. And so yeah, it's hard to, you know, when you pair bond with somebody. I mean, they was together for 4 years. You know what I mean? And he was 19. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure she was very, very, very much a mother figure to him. Like, regardless. Go ahead. What you want? You talking to the world right now? Go ahead. Yes, they hear you. They can hear. I'm dead ass. You live right now.
Dude, I can't wait to bust this pussy.
Get stop.
Okay.
Why you do that? Why you? Okay, bye. And like DAngelo, he wasn't like a church singer. He was a very soulful blues type singer. He was like a different animal because he could hit high notes, but he could hit it in like a certain key. Like, and then like he was like I would say neo soul. He was neo blues. You know what I'm saying? Like them old quartet singers, like, ah! You know what I'm saying? Like he was different with that. That was the kind of singer he was. You know what I mean? And then he was just like, hey baby, let the liquor stone, and then he get that high note, and then it was over. Like classic, just classic. But yeah, and then the grooves that he would come up with, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I don't know if he played multiple instruments, but I know he did play the guitar. Well, we all knew that. If you remember the first album, we all knew he played the guitar because we let that whole album play, didn't we? I mean, come on now. You know.